सभी को सादर प्रणाम। ऑनरेबल डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर कम चेयरमैन ऑफ कंसल्टेटिव कमिटी फॉर टुडेज मीटिंग। मैं सबसे पहले तो बताना चाहूँगा कि मेरे साथ आज श्रीमान मोजुम्बाम हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट साहब हैं और हमारे साथ एडवोकेट जुमका कमदुक सेक्रेटरी लीगल अफेयर्स। तो गलो वेलफेयर सोसाइटी की तरफ से हम लोग आज अपना मेमोरेंडम यहाँ रखने को आए हैं। Honorable Sir, in response to the invitation letter due letter dated August 2020 as received from the CMO for consultative meeting organized today on 19/8/2020 at Dorji Khandu Convention Center, Itanagar, Galo Welfare Society welcomed the gesture of the state government for having a consultative meeting to discuss on the constitutional safeguards for the indigenous tribal people of the state. Perhaps this was long overdue, considering the historical injustices meted out to the people of Arunachal Pradesh. Galo Welfare Society would like to submit our representation for kind consideration of the consultative committee for desired follow-up action. The Galo Welfare Society rejects, since this meeting has been convened on the issue of autonomous council. So, straightway हम लोग मुद्दे पे जाते हैं। The Galo Welfare Society rejects any attempt to create selective autonomous regions in the state. The proposal for creation of Mon Autonomous Council and Patkai Autonomous Council is raked up from time to time at several fronts and supported by successive governments, which GWS feels is not in the interest of the state. Moreover, state is yet to be brought under 6th schedule. Thus, idea of creating autonomous council is not tenable until and unless state is brought under 6th schedule. Therefore, the state government has to pursue for bringing the entire state under 6th schedule. Thereafter, decisions for systematic and rational creation of autonomous councils have to be addressed considering the following facts. GWS strongly feels that selective approach of leveraging some regions without proper justification would lead to misunderstanding among various communities of the state. Moreover, the various communities living in the state do not have any clear-cut defined boundary for any particular tribe in our state. Once proposals for creation of autonomous council starts, there will be scramble among different tribes to claim and counterclaims on territorial expanses, which may lead to heightened communal frenzy and ultimately lead to showdown among the different competing tribes. And thus, the peaceful ecosystem of the entire state would vitiate and become irreversible. Such autonomous councils. As such, the deprivations will be gradually inflicted upon the minority groups within any autonomous council. Also, those without having autonomous council region will be deprived of the fruits of development, which otherwise will be selectively allocated to the few those having autonomous region status. Such a trend would defeat the very idea of equitable growth and development paradigm. Therefore, GWS believes in the idea of Team Arunachal and for having a balanced regional development of the state through a policy of inclusiveness and not exclusiveness. Chairman sir, I would like to repeat, GWS believes in the idea of Team Arunachal and not for having a balanced regional development of the state through a policy of inclusiveness and not exclusiveness. GWS believes there are many regions in the state which need attention and special focus for initiating dedicated development paradigm. It is pertinent to highlight that the special departments of Karmic Adhyatmic Affairs, that is DOKA, and the Department of Tirap, Changlang and Longding Affairs, that is DOTCL, have been created for Mon region and TCL region. However, there is no any policy imperative for the other regions besides Mon and TCL region in the state. Such preferential policy for some particular regions has not been objected so far by any groups in the state. despite having underdevelopment in their respective regions. Whereas, if comparisons are to be drawn, then GWS would like to highlight to the state government that the Galos living in the central districts of Arunachal Pradesh is one of the most deprived communities in the state. Being centrally located, the Galo districts are devoid of funding under BADP or MSDP under the Ministry of Minority Affairs. On the other hand, Tawang and West Kameng, that is Mon region, and Tirap, Changlang and Longding enjoys sufficient funding under BADP, MSDP, besides regular special budgetary allocations every year under this DOCA and DOTCL. Hence, if autonomous council is to be given after bringing Arunachal Pradesh in 6th schedule, the aspirations of Galo people for Galo Autonomous Council in central region is the fittest case for consideration. If a policy of accentuating the preferential status to Mon and Patkai region is pursued further by the state government, thereby granting selective autonomous council, then the state and central government are to justify the lack of parity and for having a step-motherly approach to develop other regions of Arunachal Pradesh. GWS demands that if at all autonomous councils are to be created, it should be considered with holistic approach, thereby conducting proper parleys with all the tribes of the state. The proposal for bringing the state under 6th schedule should be taken up first, considering the entire state in unison and not as a sporadic affair. The GWS would support such an inclusive policy of the government. Otherwise, GWS shall resort to democratic movements to resist any selective and preferential creation of autonomous regions in the state. GWS strongly feels the state government should first debate and discuss in the assembly for abrogation or amendment of Article 371H as discussed by all other CBO members, as this law does not safeguard the traditional rights over land and its resources, customary practices, etc. of tribes residing in Arunachal Pradesh. In contrast, the neighboring state of Nagaland has special protection granted under Article 371A and Mizoram under Article 371G, respectively. Whereas our state has been granted limited scope under Article 371H. GWS strongly feels the unfavorable laws which are not serving the interests of the people should be scrapped or amended, and better laws should be negotiated with the central government for the larger interests of the people. The state of Arunachal Pradesh should not be viewed from the prism of geopolitical considerations all the time. And the state legislators and members of both the houses have to strongly pursue the state government for more human legislations with explicit clauses for delineating the rights of the indigenous people over the resources. If the central government is reluctant to amend 6th schedule and 371H, then the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873 needs to be strengthened by amendment with similar provisions and clauses of 6th schedule. Last but not the least, the draft EIA 2020 is ignoring certain basic environmental management principles. As such, if this draft legislation is approved, then it will have far-reaching ramifications for our state. A lot of mega hydropower projects are being planned in the state. Therefore, the people of the state have to be empowered with constitutional safeguards to overcome the bad impacts of any legislation, especially pertaining to environmental clearances and resources extraction in the state. Perhaps the people of the state needs better laws, better land laws and land settlement rights to overcome any ambiguous laws which may jeopardize the interests of the people of the state. The laws of the state have to be tuned to the local interests and realities. The clear-cut laws will enable the people of the state to negotiate and balance development challenges and for achieving sustainable goals. Thank you, sir.